Hi, I'm Beck. I was born in Australia, in Bundaberg, to be
Thank you.
exact. I'm Lyndell. I was born in Townsville, in North Queensland, in Australia.
I'm Maryam, and I was born in Pakistan, in Karachi, to be exact. Yeah.
Now for Beck and Lyndell, I'm guessing, being an Australian myself, that your mother language is English. Am I right?
Indeed.
Okay.
Yes.
And Maryam, could you tell us what your mother language is?
My mother language is Urdu.
Urdu?
Yeah, I think that it comes from the South Asian region, so you would find a lot of similarities between Urdu and Hindi. But I think that from where I can see it, there's a lot of heritage and cultural influences on the language, particularly in Pakistan. It is the national language of the country, although there are a few other languages that are regionally spoken in the country. It is the national language, so all particularly the syllabus in the schools is majorly in Urdu. Although some subjects are now translated into English, so you've got an option to select which language you want to choose. What I like about Urdu is I think that the only thing I could think of that kind of popped up in my head when you sent me the invite was actually the different ways it, you can phrase your sentences. Whereas in English, I think it's only like, for example, if you take the pronoun you when you're talking to someone, so it whether that's a young one or an elderly, and you just use the person's pronouns. Okay, the second person is you. Whereas in Urdu, there are a lot of variations that kind of show affection, show respect. So it's different. Like, for example, if you were speaking to an elderly, you wouldn't say the pronoun, the second person pronoun that is tum in Urdu. You would say out. Up is actually showing respect that you're someone older than me, so I respect you, I value your opinion, and authority. So whereas when you're speaking to someone that is your own age or younger than you, you would sometimes use tone. But it can also be it's interchangeable, so you can also use out for younger kids to kind of teach them respect and how to actually talk to people who are older than them. So I guess that's one thing that kind of I thought about when you sent me.
Yeah, that's really interesting. It kind of, in some ways, it reminds me a little bit of German. I learned German when I was 17. They have a certain pronoun for speaking to your peers versus speaking to your elders or just people who are more formally. That probably doesn't have the same nuance of affection necessarily, but it does show a certain respect and formality when talking.